Hello, everyone. This is Toby, the Galactic Intuitive, and welcome to, what number is it? 17. It's number 17. Lionsgate portal message number 17. This is our last day here for these messages. Today is the Lionsgate portal closes. Today is actually also, oh, there goes the nose. Today is also the conjunction between Venus, Jupiter. I still can't remember the name of that other asteroid. I think it's Ceres, but it's a very auspicious aspect between these cosmic bodies, between these planets and the asteroid. So take advantage of it. I know you're probably catching this at the end of the day, and so I'm sorry for not getting this to you earlier today, but I did mention it yesterday. Why do I have a wing? I have a wing. Anyway. Make sure you're taking advantage of that. It's a very, very auspicious energy and great for expanding things and expanding new beginnings for you. Anything that you have been working on or manifesting, energetically seeding is what I'm hearing over this Lionsgate portal. Yeah. So today's a great day to take some action on that. What else are we going to talk about? Well, one of many things I wanted to ask you guys, but the one thing that's most on my on my mind today is also that my camera's crooked. Okay, that's a little bit better. Anyway, don't mind me and my Virgo moon being a little OCD here. Anyway, attention to detail is what we'll call that, right? How are you liking these daily messages? Do you like these? Shall we continue? What do you think? What do you think? I haven't got any feedback on the meditations. Come on, you guys, tell me what you think. You don't like that idea? You like the daily messages? Try to do those, as well as like adding in some more activations, maybe the light language. I'd love to have your feedback. So, I mean, I do get lots of guidance, so I have to take that into account as well, but I really want to know what's helpful for you guys. So please let me know. Send me an email if you don't want to put it in a comment. It's totally fine. My email is in the description box. You'll find it, or send me there's a contact form on my website. You can also put it there. Let me know. What else are we going to talk about today? Today's been very busy for me. Very, very, very busy. But in a good way. Don't mind me. I'm just going to get comfortable because we're just having a little chat here, me and you. It's raining again. I know this seems very random, but let's just go with it. It's raining here again today. And it's interesting because even though I am definitely feeling like that call to action of, okay, why am I getting boots on the ground? I don't mean that in like a conflict type way, but I mean that as in a movement type way. Like, let's get things going, right? And at the same time, there is this kind of underlying current still of stillness, continuing underlying current of stillness, which is interesting to me. It's an interesting, it's an interesting polarity, right? Action versus stillness. And that brings about another point that came up earlier today, and I had forgotten about it until now. And I knew this morning when I had the conversation with a friend of mine, and she's going to know as soon as I start talking about this, because I know she's watching. Thank you. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, having balance in our gratitude. So this came about in an interesting way. We've had rain for days now. We saw some sun on, what day was that? What day did I do the Friday night? We saw some sun on Friday night, and then I think it rained a lot this weekend too. but it rained a lot last week. Now, so by now it's kind of like everybody's, and I'm in South Carolina. So to not have sun for 4 or 5 days is a big change for us. Let's put it that way. We're used to seeing the sun every day. Everything's very wet and everything. But what's interesting is what I noticed about myself. And I think that this is a very important reminder for all of us moving forward, is balance in the gratitude. And I know that kind of sounds strange, but stay with me here, because this morning I was thinking, man, I'm tired of the rain. I am so tired of the rain. I'm tired of the wet dog. I'm tired of muddy footprints. I'm tired of frizzy hair. I want to be outside. I want to see the sun. I want to do things outside. And then I remembered, though, when the rain started, I literally threw a small party, just a happy dance party. I think I even talked about it here. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see rain, because preceding that was a hard week. I think it was a week. I think it was a week of extremely hot temperatures for us. I mean, it gets hot in South Carolina. It gets hot in Columbia. Really, really hot. However, this was extreme. That we had real temperatures at or just above 100 degrees. We had heat indices of like 107 to 113. It was crazy hot. So, and no rain, right? It was really dry. All the plants were dying. Grass was dying, everything. So when it started raining, I was so relieved. I was so happy. Well, now it's, a week and a half later, and now here I'm complaining about the rain. Okay, so now you see my point. It's interesting though, because I think there's multiple layers to this, but the layers that I'm picking up on right now are, one, when I say be balanced in our gratitude, it is, let's see if I can put this into words. It's a recognition of our tendency towards the polarity, right? When we're experiencing, ooh, this is so fascinating. Okay, stay with me. When we're experiencing when we're experiencing one thing, and like kind of an extreme version of it. So let's say the heat, right? Well, now we, as humans, our tendency is to want to move away from whatever that, especially if it's something discomfortable, uncomfortable. Don't mind me, I'm just making up words. Especially if it's something uncomfortable, we want to move to the opposite thing, right? What's interesting though is, depending on where we are, okay, I have to do it like this because my camera doesn't pick up. Depending on where we are, this is the discomfortable thing, and this is the comfortable thing, right? So don't let me lose it now. Don't let me lose it. Okay. I got a notification and it's messing with my flow. I thought I turned off my notifications. Man. Okay. So when we're in an uncomfortable place, right? Then stay there long enough and we want to go to the opposite thing. This is where balance and the gratitude comes in. Well, when we go to the other thing, we might find that for an extended period of time is also uncomfortable. But the two layers of this, the polarity in this message, is that, one, to have awareness of that, to have awareness of our tendency as humans to, one, want to move away from discomfort, right? After a period of time. So to have awareness of that, because having awareness of that allows us to see then what we're moving towards and what our true motivation is for moving towards that. Yes, I wanted rain, but I also wanted to get away from the heat, right? Needed some relief from the heat. So I was so focused on having the rain. What about going to balance and having it, going to a balance point where we have, and I just saw 10:10 on my timer when I said that, where we have equal measure of both of those together. What was the other part? So having awareness of the extreme and how we want to move away from discomfort. But, oh yes. So then but sometimes when we're in the middle, it can seem kind of boring. So also having awareness of how when we're in that balance point and there's no discomfort, having awareness, are we sometimes seeking discomfort then? Because maybe we're not used to that balance. And so instead of, I feel like I'm sinking, instead of seeking to, well, no, there's nothing wrong in seeking to get out of boredom, of course, but the key is having awareness of what your intentions and your motivations are, right? So if you're seeking to exit the place of balance because there's no discomfort and you're used to suffering, so it feels, so where your comfort lies is actually in discomfort, that's something to have awareness of. And then potentially make choices differently based on that new information. Then also being in that place of balance, having gratitude for that, because it allows us then to actually experience the integration of the polarity. That was the whole key of this message, because we've talked about integration this whole time, right? The whole time we've talked about integration. So bringing those two halves, not really halves together, but well, yeah, I mean, it's like yin and yang, right? Bringing the two together, and that's the gratitude, the balanced gratitude. Is that what I said, or is it gratitude in the balance? I can't remember. I can't remember now. Yeah, gratitude in the balance. That's it. Y'all, it's been a long day. So, yeah, but now that we have gone through this process of bringing all these activations in together and integrating all these things, it goes back to talking about creating this new story too. When we're in that place in the middle, what is our story around our experience in that? What are we telling ourselves about it? Are we telling ourselves it's boring? I mean, I kind of gave myself away there, right? Are we telling ourselves it's boring? Or are we telling ourselves it's balanced? Now, maybe it is boring and there's no judgment there. Also being aware that we don't have to leave this place and go all the way to this side or go all the way to this side, right? We again can find some balance of the pendulum swing between maybe not going to the extremes. Interesting message. Very interesting message. I wasn't expecting all of that. So, yeah. Sorry, I keep getting notifications. Oh my gosh, and they won't stop. There's something about distractions here. Oh, distractions taking you potentially away from the balance point. And yeah, and that makes a lot of sense because we've talked about suffering, we've talked about discomfort, we've talked about the chaos of the external world. And certainly those kind of distractions can take you from your center balance point and move you to an extreme of suffering, of discomfort, whatever degree that is. So again, this is all about awareness. It's not to judge one side or the other, say one is right, one is wrong. It's having awareness of what you're feeling and whether or not you want to, if you're feeling like you want to move away from that feeling, then what are your motivations for it? and what are you looking towards? And being honest with yourself about what that outcome is going to be, and what your intentions are in moving that direction. Very interesting. Did you hear the crows? All right, I decided we're going to do a couple of tarot cards. I thought about that earlier today. We usually do oracle, but today, my friends, we are doing tarot. And we're going to do this one because I like this deck a lot. A lot. Star Tarot. I used this briefly. Oh, there goes the nose. In the last reading I did. Not the last message, but the actual reading, Oracle Tarot reading. Let's see if I can get it to shuffle though. We've got Strength here on the bottom. That is Leo. Leo's card. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe y'all don't want to cooperate. Let's see what we have here. There we go. Ooh, Strength and the Eight of Cups. Oh, what are we moving away from? Maybe it's actually recognizing where we've been holding on to something and calling that strength. And it's actually something we need to let go of. Yeah, there's a possibility there. Possibility. Okay. All right. Oh, there goes the nose. All right. I'm going to do 3 cards. Okay. All right. What do we need to know here today? Please, Spirit. Everybody take a deep breath with me. Getting closer. Yep, there it is. There they are. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Put these over here for a second. And third. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay. Oh, my nose. Oh, so we have, oh, well, this is kind of what we were talking about right from the get-go. That balance, the balance of action and stillness, right? Except the Knight of Pentacles isn't stillness, but the Knight of Pentacles moves pretty slowly, but he's very steadfast. He's very measured in his actions. He is persistent. He is diligent, but he's not in a rush. He's very structured and diligent. And because he's working towards something that is of importance, and so he takes his time in building that. He doesn't rush. He doesn't, he's not impulsive. He takes his time. It might take him a little bit longer to get to his goal, but he's persistent. We have the Queen of Wands. This is that action. This is that not impulsiveness, but passionate motivation. This is creativity and creation energy. This is the fire of inspiration as well. I mean, she doesn't give a you know what. She does her thing. She doesn't explain herself. She doesn't make excuses. Oh, and look, there's the Lion, the Strength card, Leo. What else do we have here? We also have a Black Panther with stars on him. That's really cool. And we have a full moon. So I think this is, where's our next full moon that's a fire sign? Full moon in Aries will be in October. Okay, so there's something about the Aries full moon here. But again, we're talking about this Leo season with strength here, and that that willpower is what I want to say. The will and the desire and the that internal fire to just keep going. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So it's this beautiful combination of these two energies that provides this heart-centered new beginning and opportunity in moving forward from a heart-led place. Did we talk about that the other day? I think we did. And it looks like it's on a lotus too. See that? That flower. And then the dove up above. What a beautiful card. I love these cards. Yeah. So this is what we have. These are the energies supporting us right now. I think that's a beautiful way to wrap up the Lionsgate portal messages. And we have the triple spiral here too on the shield for the oh my gosh, what's that? What is that called? It starts with a T. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Tris something. I can't think of it. All right, hold on a second. Hold on. Time out. I might have to pause you. I'm gonna pause you. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I paused it and then I stopped it. So here I am back again. But I got the book because the author does a fantastic job of providing insight into all this symbolism, and I have to figure out what that what that is, what it's called. Oh my gosh. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna say, of course that's it. All right. It'll be the last night. Okay. Moonstone, golden circle. Ooh, magenta. He wears a magenta cloak over his golden spiral armor. Well, we were just talking about the Pradva, right? Oh, it doesn't say. It just says the triple spirals represent evolution and growth, finding harmony between three dimensions of our existence. The triple spiral of life symbolizes the triple goddess. Yeah, I was getting that too. And the center of the Wheel of Fortune is the five-pointed star that symbolizes the human body and the five senses of human perception. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see what it says about the Queen of Wands and the lunar aspect for the Queen of Wands is the full moon, and the astrological aspect is Leo. So, the Leo full moon will be in February. Mother of creation, creative life force. Okay, so what does it say? The leopard. Okay. Oh, I see. The lion represents fire energy of the sun and the divine masculine. We've talked about the polarity. The lion is a masculine conscious energy of action manifesting on a physical level. Oh, well, look there. The lion represents the awakened consciousness of the crown chakra. When the lion energy aligns with the divine feminine energies of the leopard panther, which is Kundalini, the alchemical mystical marriage is the result. The lion's transformative fire heats the deep waters of the Kundalini, causing its energy to rise up to the crown chakra, opening up the consciousness to divine wisdom and inspiration. The black mystical cat is the queen's guardian and guide. It represents the divine feminine. Its black starry coat symbolizes the primal energies that want to emerge from the depths. The magical cat guides the queen to awaken her inherent inner power and creative life force energy. The leopard helps her retrieve what has been lost, reawakening and reclaiming the connection of the Kundalini to spirit. Wow, that is very cool and feels perfectly resonant for what we've been talking about and for this Lionsgate portal. How wonderful that we end with the Queen of Wands, and she's associated. She has a lion right there on her card. Right there. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. I'm sending you so much love. thank you as always for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me know what you think about the daily messages though. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are, if these are helpful, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.